Hi boys and girls, this is Miss Jen. So in this chapter 5 power lesson, we have already completed the reading part for the police stories. And what's coming next is the learning of different usage of the tenses. So for this chapter, we're going to focus on past continuous tense and also the connectives of when. So what exactly are we going to learn? First, we'll learn about the asking and answering questions about actions that continued for a period of time in the past. And second, we're going to learn to use when, these connective, to link a longer action and a shorter action in the past. About past continuous tense. In primary 3 and 4, we learned to use present continuous tense. For example, we use is, am, are plus a verb plus ing to represent our current status. For example, I am eating now. And now we use the past continuous tense to show that an action continued for a period of time in the past. It is formed by was or were plus ing. If we take a look at the text we find in chapter 5, we can see these sentences. Daddy was watching Planet Earth at 9 p.m. last night. And Mr. Moon said, my wife and I were shopping at 9 p.m. last night. So these two are the examples of using past continuous tense because we want to show that these actions continued for a period of time in the past. So we use the past continuous tense to show that an action continued for a period of time in the past. For example, if right now it is 8 p.m. and from 5 to 7 p.m. Tim was doing his homework. What was Tim doing at 5:30 p.m.? So you may say, he was doing his homework. How about the usage of these connective when? Now we use past continuous tense and the past tense for two different actions in the same sentence. Look at this. And we use the past continuous tense for the longer action and for past tense for the shorter action. And we use when to link the two actions together. Look at the example again. So from 5 to 7 p.m., Tim was doing his homework. But at 6:30 p.m., Mom came home. So if we gotta put the longer and shorter actions together in one sentence, we can say, Tom was doing his homework when Mom came home. So we use the connective when to link this longer action and shorter action. Tom was doing his homework is the longer action, and Mom came home is the shorter action. So that's why we use simple past tense. Now let's take a look of what we find in the chapter 5 passage. I was standing outside the bank when I heard a banging noise coming from this shop. Now we focus on this line. I was standing outside the bank when I heard a banging noise coming from this shop. So in this sentence, we have two actions. One is longer and one is shorter. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I was standing outside the bank. But suddenly, I heard a banging noise coming from this shop. So if we want to put these two actions In one sentence, we can say, I was standing outside the bank when I heard a banging noise coming from this shop. Because banging noise, it is a shorter action. The way I heard a banging noise, maybe it just takes a second. So we use past continuous tense for the longer action, like this. And I heard a banging noise. This action we use simple past because it is shorter. So remember this key structure. What were you doing at that time? I was talking on the phone. We use the past continuous tense for actions that continued for a period of time in the past. And we use the connective of when to link the two actions. One is longer and one is shorter. So let's take a look at some practice. So from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., this period of time, what was Peter doing? Yes, he was playing football. And suddenly at 5 p.m., he broke his leg. Now remember, we need to change that to simple past tense. So from break, we change it to broke. So if we want to combine the two actions into one sentence, we may say, Peter was playing football when he broke his leg. And the next one, from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., my brother and I, do we say was having breakfast or were having breakfast? And because we have two people, so we will say were having breakfast. And suddenly, at around 7:20 a.m., the phone rang. It is just a short action. If we want to put these two sets of actions into one single sentence, we may say, my brother and I were having breakfast when the phone rang. So this time from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Mom was watching TV. She has watched for 45 minutes that long, and suddenly in between, the baby woke up. Alright, we changed wake to woke. So if we want to put these two actions in one single sentence, we may say, Mom was watching TV when the baby woke up. So last one. Sue and her parents, how many people are there? 2 people. So we use was hiking or were hiking. And from 10 a.m. to 10:45 a.m., they were hiking. But in between, suddenly, the fire started. So we may say, Sue and her parents were hiking when the fire started. Now the fire started, it just takes maybe a few seconds, so it is a shorter action compared to hiking. So I hope all of you, can know the way to use the connective of when we want to put the longer and shorter action into the same sentence.